Speaking of distractions, because we talking about Jerry Jones being a distraction to the Cowboys, right? We got to talk about this Netflix documentary, right? There's this thing out here, man. It's a good. It's good. It's good. If you haven't watched it yet, Netflix is not a sponsor, so I'm not gonna keep talking about how good the episode was. But they did their thing. It's called Quarterback. Go check it out. That's all y'all gonna get from me. Hey, shout out to Drink what? Y'all know. But a lot of quarterbacks been turning it down. You had Jalen Hurts come out and say it. You heard Dak come out and say it. I think Lamar Jackson even said he denied even wanting to go on the show as well. They say it's not a distraction, but they don't want to be a part of it. But Joe Burrow said, I'll do it. If they don't want to do it, I'll do it. So Joe, what you think about this, man? Do you like the fact that he accepted that role?
Yes. Yes, I like it. Listen, man, are you focused or not? I mean, listen, man. I look like people used to get mad. Look, I know people who are locked in into what they doing. I mean, aren't we? We locked in, right? Hold up. Hold up. What's up with these blank super chats, bro? Hey, shout out to Mark, though.
Yeah, man.
I think that was Mark trying to brag about Zeke's 1,600 rookie year rushing yards. His rookie season. Oh, you better.
I think he had like 13 the second year too, right?
Behind the number one offensive line.
Hey, I can't wait to see Mark on Fantasy Football with Coach Combs because they can talk numbers all day.
So like, oh yeah, he did say about numbers. So Kevo, I'm sorry, but anyway, shout out to Mark. All right, South Florida with Coach. $2 super chat. Shout out to Mark. All right. So look, man.
Another one, blank.
Listen, I'm locked in, right? Listen, when it comes to refuse to lose, man, I'm locked in. Tomo, you locked in. Coach, you FCF? I mean, sorry, I messed up. FFC. Sorry, man. FFC. You locked in. Like, when people say, I'm not going to do this because it's going to distract me, I mean, how mentally tough are you?
Right.
I got to question your mental toughness.
Thank you, Joe.
Like, come on, people like, I'm not going to do this show because it's going to distract me. From what? Like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, we all do stuff outside of football. This is part of football. Now, I'm not saying it's part of your season, but this is something outside of what you already got, and it's football still, right? So if anything, it should be motivating. You about to get recorded. You about to get put out there behind the scenes. So if anything, it should motivate you. And guess what? At the end of the day, it's about building your brand. There are a lot of people who don't know, not a lot of people know Joe Burrow, but there's some people who don't know the answer. Some people don't like Joe Burrow, but when they watch this series, they're gonna be like, man, I'm a fan now. I heard a lot of people out there watching Kirk Cousins. They like, man, I respect Kirk Cousins so much. A lot of people say that after that series. That quarterback episode, that quarterback Netflix thing, boosted up Kirk Cousins like likability.
I had Kirk Cousins up there before this show because I already saw that.
So like people like him. So I like the move, man. Joe, like we just saw Mahomes do it. I mean, if Mahomes could do it, and he won a Super Bowl, like what distraction? Get that out of here. Now I get it. Somebody like a Sam Howell, first year starting, you're getting to the situation. I get somebody like that. You don't want to mess up your situation. You're still trying to get your job. But people that already got their job, they turn it down. It's like, all right, bro. It's just say you don't want to do it. Don't say it's a distraction. So Joe Burrow, I'm all for it.
All right, so
maybe we need to look into what Donnell is saying because he's saying that he believes that quarterbacks aren't saying no. He thinks that teams are telling them to say no, that they can't do it. I'm not sure. Maybe that's something to look into because
sound like a Jim Irsay situation,
right? Because it's all about the brand for the NFL too, which is why I believe I see what Donnell is saying, and you can't ruin that NFL.
Okay, see, oh my goodness, some way somehow, man. CTC. That's all I'm gonna say. It might be a little bit of CTE with all this MSU stuff he's talking about, man. But again, shout out to you, Carl. But when Dak said it, right, I think it was more so a shot at Jerry Jones, or maybe that's just me looking at like how that contract situation played out with Jerry, because he was like, nah, I didn't want to do it. I don't think it's a distraction. I'm also he said, I asked Peyton Manning, he said, if you were at this point in your career, would you do it? And he kind of laughed it off and was like, you see, I didn't do it. So Peyton Manning must have told him no, right? But
who said this?
Dak. Hold on. It gets better though.
How much it go? Continue?
It gets better. So then he was like, I mean, think about it. I play for the Dallas Cowboys. I get enough of media attention anyway. Like, I don't need any more attention. And then a reporter yelled, he's like, don't let Jerry hear that. And Dak responded and said, Jerry be all right. We get enough attention. So I think it was more so a diss towards Jerry to be like, look, I already got enough heat on me, bro. Y'all mad at me for throwing 15 interceptions. I can't do no right in the media's like. But on the flip side, I looked at it and said, wouldn't this be a perfect time to do that? So people can see your work ethic, so they can understand that this is what you're actually doing behind the scene. So everything you said, Joe, is correct, because that's why when Joe Burrow said he wanted to do it, I was like, perfect. This is the perfect situation. This is a perfect time. Outside of him, and it's even better because he kind of got to deal with that injury. So we got more to talk about now.
Like if I'm Russell Wilson,
I would have did it too.
After the crap that I just put on the field last year, and I want people to know this is not the Russell Wilson that you know, I do the show.
Yeah,
facts.
I definitely would do it. Even with the confidence of me coming out showing you all that I know I'm going to have a better season than what I displayed last year, I definitely am doing the show.
Man, look, the response to the Peyton Manning thing, right? I'm asking Mahomes, why do you do it? First of all, did Peyton Manning go to 5 straight? Did Peyton Manning go to 5 straight NFC championships, win 2 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls in his first 5 years starting? I mean, I'm not trying to say Peyton Manning ain't better than Mahomes right now. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying, like, we just saw somebody do the show and won a Super Bowl and MVP. First time this happened since like 1998, something like that.
And I love Hard Knocks, but the only reason why I would say don't do Hard Knocks because from what I've seen so far, the team that does Hard Knocks does not have a good season. So
that's different, though.
I think Detroit broke that a little bit. Detroit might have broke that because they started off slow, but look how the season picked up for them.
Look at the middle. Look what they did to the Cardinals.
All right, that was needed.
Every year. That's every year. Every mid-season Kyler Murray year.
Man, wait, no. So hold on, Coach. That's good. I'm glad you said that because because Hard Knocks is trying to do what Amazon did with the end season. So so they did the Detroit Lions did the training camp one, and the Cardinals did the end season one. And you see how their franchise did it. And last year, y'all gonna laugh, but it was the Colts that did the end season one, and look what happened to Wentz and Frank Wright. So I think it's the end season one that really messed your organization up now.
Well, I mean, look at the Raiders that did it. I mean, they didn't have a good season that year.
Antonio Brown.
I don't think the Jets. I don't know. Jets could have a good season being on Hard Knocks this year. I don't know. I really like the show, but I feel like it gives them it gives some images that you don't really need to see. Maybe that's my issue with it. As a coach, I see things on Hard Knocks that I really would not prefer the live audience to have witnesses. It's nothing bad. It's just there's certain things like these men deserve to have some level of privacy in their establishment. Like the cameras around them so much, especially from the hard work they do all the way to them basically just getting cut. Like it's like, so I kind of like the fact that they won't be showing the cuts this year. Maybe that'll kind of boost more positivity on the show, eliminating that part. But I don't know. See Kev right too. The Eagles did it.
That was Amazon. I said HBO. There's 2 different ones. That's right. I watched that one. Kev, a matter of fact, I might address something right quick. So Kev, that end season one is why I don't like Brandon Graham. Okay. If anybody ever wants to go back and watch that, look, I'm tired of giving these shows these plugs, but if y'all want to go watch it, it's called like All or Nothing. Brandon Graham, bro, on that series, I was like, I can't stand 55. And now y'all see, go back and watch and y'all understand why I have so much disdain for him. And that's why I always call him my old man. But I'm with you, Warren. I believe Dak or I ain't even gonna lie. I think Jalen Hurts and Lamar, all the quarterbacks who have something to prove to the media, should have done this. Because look, like you said with Kirk Cousins. I mean, I believe in Kirk Cousins, but to see the inside of like what he had to go through on a day-to-day gives you that, like, man, I kind of like believe in him a little bit. Like, I want to see him win, not against my team, but I want to see him win because it's more than what the media portrays. Like, even that you like that. Like, Kurt is just the guy in the locker room that everybody wants to be around.
Yeah,
because he's just himself. Yeah,
man, Dak would have been perfect because now somebody like no offense to Dak, all right? Somebody like a Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen Hurts said that he said, I don't want to do that right now. I will eventually do something about my story. The time is not right now.
Yeah, I like that.
Jalen Hurts, what he did so far in his young career, it looks promising, right? It looks very promising. Where you see Dak, he's more so sliding in his career. So it's more like Dak is perfect for this. Like, he has a lot of hate outside.
I agree.
Like you said, Tomo, like a lot of people just don't like that. Number one, he's a cowboy. And then, that's it. He's a cowboy. So if he's going there and they see all the behind the scenes, see what he does in the community, then he'll gain a lot more fans.
I know we get on Dak a lot, but if for this show purpose, right? That's the part of Dak that he needs the world to see, his genuine side. Besides,
I mean, the man won an award in the Super Bowl for the what? For the what's the young called? The community service
man
one.
of the
yeah,
man of the year.
They got booed.
That's because Philly.
Like they need to see.
I know.
He's genuine. Dude, don't get in trouble. He's not in the media for anything ignorant. You know what I mean? Like he is the positive quarterback you want in your locker room. You know what I mean? The Cowboys' issues are not all just Dak Prescott. Okay, I know we rip individuals at times, but it's not all just Dak Prescott. Yeah, we're giving Dak love right now. But like this is the perfect time for him to show the world who he truly is. Not that hip throwing guy. Show the world what that hip throwing is for. Let them see what the ins and outs of you waking up in the morning, getting inside the car, the coffee you drink for the day.
Yeah,
give the world something.
I think the three people that should have did it, right? Joe Burrow, that's your Mahomes. Dak Prescott, that's your Kirk Cousins. Sam Darnold, that's your Mariota. I thought those would be the three good players that would have been good for the show this year.
I would
say no to Burrow. I'd say no to Burrow.
No to Burrow? I'm good with Burrow doing it. Joe Shiesty?
I would say no. Not right now. Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, the only reason why I say that, I don't think the Bengals are going to have an exciting season this year.
I got a perfect lineup for you, Joe.
Uh-oh.
Josh Allen.
I do Lamar.
Dak Prescott and Derek Carr. There you go. All three of them would have been great.
Derek Carr would be good, though.
That Derek Carr would be good with the Saints too in Louisiana.
It would have been
that
great.
One would be good.
Because he get to talk about that Raiders. He might throw in a little bit of what happened with the Raiders, and he could talk.
You're gonna give that insight of the story.
That'd be great. And then Josh Allen, because he get to go up against Mahomes. So now you got the guy who lost to Mahomes, so you can see how he actually prepares. And
Josh Allen be good.
Yeah, you know where I feel about just Josh Allen and Dak. So that would have been perfect to see them two. Then with Derek Carr, it would have been the best of three worlds for us, Joe. That's all three of our quarterbacks, man.
Nah. That ain't my quarterback.
Who said Sam Darnold?
I did. I said Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold will be your Marcus Mariota because I think what the show is trying to do, they're trying to get your superstar.
Sam Darnold got to play football, bro.
We talking about he on track to stop the 49ers.
Sam Darnold has to play football.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not hearing me, Joe. You're not hearing me, Joe. This Sam Darnold from the Jets, right? From the Jets,
he
right?
with the 49ers now.
No, I'm talking about Sam Darnold from the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Name Sam Darnold who can barely stay on a football field.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What story do we need from him?
No, you're right.
He's been on the couch. He's been on the couch for 3 years.
Man, Mariota's on the couch. Like,
Mariota been on the field. At least he could suit up and actually.
Last year, the man walked away from the team last year.
As a player. So I don't know why they did Mariota either. He quit on Atlanta. He should have never did it. But Sam Darnold, no.
They talked about that too, though.
On nobody TV.
That was good, though. They talked about that.
I think in 4 seasons, he's got like 2,000 passing yards. That dude don't play football.
Man, that man had Mondo came back and beat the Cowboys. You got to put him on the show.
For a game?
I knew you.
Out of 18 weeks?
That's the game where Amari Cooper decided he wanted to play one play. Why you get on the plane, bro? Why you get on the plane? Hey, Browns country.
I remember that game.
Browns country, be prepared. That's all I'm saying.
Man. Carl, he got to stay on the field, bro. He got to play. He got to actually throw a pass to somebody.
The reason why Mariota's on there is different angles. You're looking at different types of quarterbacks. You're looking at the superstar. You're looking at the guy who's like right in the middle. Then you look at the guy who's like a bench player, a bench type player.
I think
it's like
Mariota,
3 different views.
And with Mariota, it was coming from a guy who was drafted high. He was a starter on his own team. And
Sam Darnold.
How he kind of fell to where he's at. Because even when he went to Atlanta,
Mariota
they were talking about starting the other guy.
He played weeks of football. He actually has tape on him. There's nothing on Sam Darnold. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's more injury reporting than there is plays on this dude. Joe. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing there. We're going to sit on the couch with him and talk about all his furniture.
They got a bet
going. He picked out.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I was just a suggestion.
Oh, but Coach, you got to answer this one though. I know you said they may not have an entertaining season. I seen Carl ask. He's like, "Why not Burrow?"
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that knee. Maybe we should get into that segment. Then I can talk about that.
Well, I saw somebody had an ankle problem won a Super Bowl.
No, what I'm saying is, I know they said it was a lower calf injury, but when I looked at that tape, it looked a little bit higher. It looked like it was more so in that knee area. I hope they're not, but I think they're telling a slight little fib. Because this is detrimental if this dude doesn't get on the football field week 1. I'm sorry, he's not getting paid. And I think they're gonna. I'm hoping it is what they call it. Is what I'm saying. What I saw on that video, it didn't look like a calf injury.
No, like they even say right here, it was a Achilles, like isn't like
Achilles. Oh, so they did change it.
Yeah,
so they said it was a
like he didn't tear it. He didn't tear nothing. So it's kind of like what KD had, but that wasn't diagnosed in the playoffs. Call it a calf injury. That man had an Achilles.
That worries me.
But he's not playing. They're gonna let him sit. They're gonna let him sit, but he's gonna. I'm just saying. Like I said, I hope it's nothing that can get aggravated or turn into something worse. Like I said, in that area of body, no non-contact, it worries me. It's a franchise quarterback. He's due for a contract this season. That man is not about to risk nothing right now. He's chilling.
Well,
I gotta see the contract first to have more.
That's why he just tell me to do the show. I'm like, I might as well do the show.
I see it.
I'd say we got another. I said now we done rolled into another topic for another day, man. We got to talk about Burrow gonna get his money now because.
Oh yeah, he getting his money.
Yeah, the Bengals not gonna pull the Irsay. Irsay would have been like, look, if he can't play, I can't pay.
That man, if he God forbid, if he go out there and tear the Achilles tomorrow, they gonna pay. They gonna sign that man while he hurt. This offseason.
That's true. He took you to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they would just wait till the offseason.
Yeah, he getting paid.
It literally just wouldn't be this year.
We just saw Lamar Jackson. We just saw Lamar Jackson miss 2 years straight.
Might happen. I don't know.
He became the highest paid player.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a perfect candidate.
Hey, I'm just saying these quarterbacks. I mean, I know how y'all look at it, but at the end of the day, if you watch a guy,
Danielle said the same thing about that injury.
Look, man, but if you what's the name? If you watch a quarterback win the Super Bowl and do it with no distractions, quote unquote, why can't you? Because
exactly.
Well, look, I can only speak for Dak and Josh Allen right now. Look, y'all guys ain't made the Super Bowl yet, so you need all the publicity you can get. But
thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.